Countdown proceeds on schedule for liftoff of the Soyuz TMA-12 just 8 minutes from now. We're standing by for commands to be sent to switch power from ground sources to the Soyuz's onboard batteries. Once it reaches orbit, the Soyuz's command and control system will be activated. Stored computer commands will deploy communications antennas. The first will be a rendezvous and docking antenna, ultimately used to provide automatic range rate information on the final approach to docking with the International Space Station's Pirs docking compartment on Thursday morning. During the 2-day transit to the International Space Station, the crew on board the Soyuz, Sergei Volkov, Oleg Kononenko, and So-Yeon Yi, will be communicating directly with the flight control team at the Russian Mission Control Center outside Korolyov during the periods in which the Soyuz passes over Russian ground stations.
Объявлена готовность 1 минута.
1 minute.
Управление на борту.
Everything fair plan.
Шеридан, вас понял. На борту порядок. К старту готовы.
We are ready for launch.
T-minus 6 minutes, 20 seconds and counting. Everything continues on track. All launch control positions report Soyuz systems ready for launch. Launch control also now reporting that the range at Baikonur is clear. The Soyuz rocket ready to begin its journey. At the 5-minute mark, onboard systems will switch to automatic control, internal control. The crew members will close the visors to their helmets, putting them on internal suit oxygen. And in the launch control center, the so-called launch key is inserted in the bunker, providing the final readiness for launch. All of the launch parameters on track.
Ready for launch.
The downrange trajectory for the Soyuz will carry it across Mongolia, China, ultimately reaching its preliminary orbit over the Sea of Japan. On board the International Space Station and the Destiny Laboratory, the Expedition 16 crew, Peggy Whitson, Yuri Malenchenko, and Garrett Reisman, watching a television feed being uplinked to them of the launch of their successors, and for Reisman, his new crewmates, Volkov and Kononenko. Volkov on the left side of your screen, Kononenko on the right, at the T-minus 4.5 minute mark.
Purge.
The engine combustion chambers now being purged with nitrogen. This is the precursor to the booster tanks being pressurized for flight at the T-minus 2-minute 30-second mark. The International Space Station has just passed the equator, moving from southwest to northeast. The Soyuz ready to begin its chase to catch up to the station for docking on Thursday morning.
Протяжка 2.
Flush 2.
Ключ на 13.
Ready?
T-minus 3 minutes and counting. The parents of So Yun-yi watching from the VIP viewing stand at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan.
Pressurize.
The booster tanks on the Soyuz now being pressurized for flight at the 2.5-minute mark. All systems are go for launch. T-minus 1 minute, 45 seconds, about 45 seconds away from the Soyuz going on internal power. The automatic launch sequencer will be switched on, and the first umbilical tower will separate from the booster. Coming up on the T-minus 1 minute mark. The first umbilical tower now moving away. T-minus 34 seconds. The second umbilical will move away from the Soyuz at the T-minus 15-second mark.